Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. Yes, people, and welcome back to Arsenal Reviews, a show where we review every single Arsenal game. We get the job done, we get the result. It started a bit slowly, but we do end up with the victory. Before I get into the review, I want to say thank you to everyone that came through to the watch along. Hopefully it was smooth, hopefully it went well. To the watch along for the Arsenal Southampton game, and also had the other scores in there like Chelsea Leeds and Liverpool Aston Villa. Getting into the game though, because that was what's important. I've got the stat split screen with me on the left of myself. Look, the first 20 minutes was poor. Poor by every stretch of the imagination you can think of. We were sloppy. We let Southampton come on to us. We didn't really press them at all. But once we got our goal, we kicked into game. What a goal it was, from defence to attack. Every player got a touch of the ball. Ramsdale over to Tomiyasu, into Partey. Back to Tomiyasu, then played Saka. Saka penetrating the defence. Then lays it back to Lacazette, who sweeps onto it and scores top bins. Great finish by Lacazette. He's been a great striker. Well, he's always been a great striker of the ball. Hasn't really shown it at times this season, but that was a good finish for us, and that got us started. We then grew into the game and hit him with a 1-2 punch. This time, Saka, as always, part of the attack, plays to Tomiyasu, played a deep cross to Tierney, scuffed his cross at first, then crossed again, came off the back of the defender, he heads it across goal, and then Odegaard heads it into the back of the net, top corner. That was 2-0, and that rounded off what had been a sloppy first half, but then grew into the game, and then we just kicked on from there and carried on possession and getting onto the attack. Had a couple of good chances from them. Lacazette could have squared it to Martin, he didn't. And then Lacazette also went through and lost the ball in the attack. Saka had a chance of a beautiful back heel from Odegaard that he missed. Southampton had their chances. Like, Ward-Prowse had a couple of set pieces that, to be honest, he would have liked. If Southampton had one way to score, you'd think it would be from a set piece. He couldn't quite make them pay. Not complaining whatsoever by that, by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, they're going into the second half. We wanted Arsenal to continue their attack, continue to press, and they did, to be fair. Came out second half roaring. We had a bit of a 10-15 minute spell in the middle of the second half, from like the 50th minute onto about the 70th minute, where we just completely attacked. We then did get our goal. We scored just before from Gabriel, who tapped in, but it was offside. We then did score properly from Gabriel. Martinelli corner, whips it in. Gabriel commanding, heads into the back of the net. That was 3-0 in the 62nd minute. That was game over. That was job done. We could get the subs going through. We had a few chances from them. Martinelli hit the post from a finesse shot. Saka hit the post. But to be honest, we controlled the game. That's what mattered to me. I would have liked maybe 4 just to make it so we had a neutral goal difference at least, but we'll definitely take the 3-0, especially after the poor results we've had recently. We take the result and we move on. We were the first, let's say the second team to play after Man City Wolves earlier, but we weren't one of the last teams to play like we have been recently, and I think that suits us better. In terms of player rating themselves, Ramsdale and goal had a really good performance for me. Distribution was unbelievable today. I'll give him an 8. No, I'll give him a 9 out of 10. He got a clean sheet as well. One time when off a Southampton corner, it was the end of the first half. He literally drop kicks it under pressure, pinpoint to Martinelli. Martinelli probably should have scored from it as well. What a kick from Ramsdale. Tomiyasu missed it consistent as always. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Played really well today. Ben White at centre back, also given a 7 out of 10. I won't quite give him an 8 because he didn't quite make the passes and the forward passes that I've seen him make in previous games like Tomiyasu has. And one time he kicked the ball out of play from under no pressure, which kind of was a bit poor. But other than that, I'll give him a 7. Gabriel next to him played really well. He got a first half off the bat, which was really poor, but he kept his head. He wasn't rash by any means, and that shows a bit of maturity from Gabriel. I'll give him an 8 out of 10 because he did score a goal for us. Tierney as well got an assist. I'll give him an 8. Nuno Torres couldn't get onto the pitch at all. He wasn't as explosive as Nuno and didn't go as forward as much as I thought Nuno has been in recent games, but he did his job. Tierney, and defensively was sound. Partey midfield was better than Everton, still wasn't best. I think the midfield in general wasn't quite good, but I'll give Partey a 7 still. Xhaka next to him, I'll also give a 7, but both those boys are lucky to get a 7 because they were sloppy in the first half. I guess I'm just feeling happy, so I'm giving them a 7. But yeah, the midfield definitely was our weaker position on the pitch. Saka, I'll give an 8 to. Always tried, unlucky not to score, hit the post a couple of times and made the first goal. But yeah, Saka definitely trying it off the right wing, and he's found his position. Saka, let's be honest, last season and even at times this season was moving around positions. He's so versatile that he can play so many positions. Right wing is his position now. He's found that position. He's stuck to it. Played a few games this season there back to back to back. And yeah, I'm liking him in that position. He's making stuff happen at times. Odegaard was one of our best players in the first half. Not as good in the second half, but definitely in the first half was amazing. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Martinelli on the wing was good as well. Came close off that finesse shot and had his chances this game. I'll give him an 8. Always dynamic with the football. And Lacazette up front, I'll give a 7 to, not quite an 8 because he scored. So I'll give him a 7 for that, but he didn't quite have that final pass or final touch at times. In terms of subs, Holding came on. I'll give him a 7. He was sound, didn't really have much to do. And then the other subs, Pepe came on, didn't have much to do. And Lokonga, I'll just give him a standard 6 because they didn't have enough time to affect the game. But overall, good performance from Arsenal. We do win 3-0. Definitely more comfortable than I anticipated. I thought it would have been a cagey game. Southampton were riddled with injuries and we made them pay for sure. The stats show that we only had 15 shots, 5 on target. Southampton 11 shots, 6 on target. So it shows tighter than it actually was. Southampton, all their chances came, really, let's be honest, in the first half and first 20 minutes. We grew in the game and the chances we had definitely were decent chances that we deserved to score. I would have preferred if our pass accuracy was higher though, 80%. I would have preferred around like the 85 mark. But that's just little things. I'm just nitpicking. Overall, decent game. I cannot complain whatsoever. It's time we move on now because West Ham midweek is a different kettle of fish to Southampton. It's one thing beating Southampton, but to beat West Ham on the weekend, in the weekday on Wednesday, that's where your money is made as a footballer. All these players can play well when they're high on confidence, but if we play like we did in the first 10 minutes against West Ham, they will come with goals and they will come with a game plan to frustrate us and to get a result at the Emirates. They don't back down to anyone. West Ham don't look at like free hits like we do. When we play Liverpool, it's a free hit. When West Ham play Liverpool-Chelsea, they're going for points and they get them, to be fair. So we have to make sure we come with a shrewd game plan and we implement the game plan. Because like I said, there's one thing me and Arteta out. If I make the best recipe in the world for a cake and if the cook doesn't implement my recipe, doesn't matter how good my recipe is, the cake ain't going to come out well. So Arteta can give an amazing game plan. If these players don't implement it, that's the player's problem. But then equally, I'm not just saying Arteta always gives good game plans. Arteta needs to give the good game plan. It's sometimes he also fails on his game plan as well. But yeah, overall, that's just me looking forward to West Ham game, which I of course will preview on this channel. So if you're new around, if you enjoy Arsenal and football related content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700. The previews will be coming out. The games are coming thick and fast for Arsenal in this Christmas period. And it's good to get a win, to put a smile on my face and brighten my weekend like it has yours. As always, leave a like so it helps the YouTube algorithm to kind of show my video and create and make sure it goes further than what it does. More likes equals more views basically, because there's more impressions. But I don't want to get into the little parts of YouTube algorithm. But yeah, overall, let me know your thoughts in the game in the comments section down below as an Arsenal fan, Southampton fan, or football neutral. It's a good win for Arsenal. Probably, I think it's our biggest win of the season, I want to say, definitely in the Premier League. And we take it and we move on to West Ham in midweek, which will be a tough game. I'll catch you guys in the next video.